What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Initial Clipper by Initial Audio. It's just as the name would suggest. It's a soft clipper, but it has a few different bells and whistles that might set it apart from the soft clipper that you're currently using, and it is free. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review.
Sum, hit the key.
All right, guys. So when you open up Initial Clipper, it's going to look like this. It basically has a few different knobs on there. And the best thing about this plugin is that it has an LUFS meter right over here. So that's super dope that you can check your LUFS with the soft clipper, whether you choose to put it on the master track or whether you want to put it on a bus or whatever it is that you want to put it on. It's got 4 different knobs. It's got your input gain, it's got your threshold, and then it has saturation. Yes, sir. So it has a positive and a negative saturation. So basically it's a harmonic and a non-harmonic, different kind of saturation. So I made a little beat. I just got a new computer. This is actually the first beat I've made on the new laptop. So I'm gonna go ahead and run that without the clipper on there, and then we're gonna put the clipper on the master track. We're going to see what it sounds like basically if we had some drums bust, and we're going to listen to it on 808 because the saturation obviously will add some distortion to the 808 as well. So this is what the beat sounds like. It's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, so that's the little beat I got mixed down for you guys. Honestly, I don't know how it's going to sound in the screen recording because it's the first time I've set it up. And so typically there's a couple troubleshoots that you have to go through before you get the sound to sound buttery. But we're going to go ahead and throw this Initial Clipper on there. And what's cool about the clipper is obviously you don't have to worry about it pushing the sound over 0 dB. So one thing that I do want to mention as well before we get going is sometimes you have to tap this LUFS button to get it to reset when you're messing with the knobs. But this is what it's going to sound like as we throw some saturation and input on there. So you can hear right away, with the saturation where it's throwing some distortion on there. I'm just going to go ahead and loop this part right here. And run it with this one here right here. So obviously you can tell you don't want to push it too much because it's just going to distort your sound and make it sound all jacked up. But I'm going to go ahead and push play again. And I'm going to mess with the threshold a little as well. All right, so another thing that this is good for. So like, let's say I just want to boost my 808 a little bit. You can use this to throw some distortion on your 808 and put some saturation obviously on there and increase the gain. So that's what it sounds like without the clipper on there. Let's go ahead and put it on there. All right, so now next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it on some drums so you can hear how it's gonna sound on just some drums by itself. So like let's say I have this drum loop right here and the drums sound like this. All right, but let's say we want to boost those drums a little bit on like a bus or something like that. So we'll turn this soft clipper back on and we'll hear how it sounds. So you can automatically hear how it's giving those drums a little more oomph in the mix. So we're gonna do one last little thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw this on the same bus with the 808 and show you how you could get the 808 and the drums to punch through the track a little bit more without having to throw the clipper on everything. All right, so let's say you got your drums and they're not hitting very hard, so they sound like this. You can also use the initial clipper to boost those drums for you. So if you send them all to a bus, you can use the clipper to get them to push through a little more. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to sound. So I'll go ahead and play it with the clipper on there and with the clipper off, and then I'll turn the clipper on again so you can just hear the difference. So just like that, you can improve your drums, you can improve the overall loudness of your mix or your overall beat without clipping the beat and without doing too much. So I honestly think that this is a solid soft clipper, especially the fact that it has the LUFS meter on there. That's not something you're going to get on most soft clippers. The distortion or saturation on there as well, that's also a nice little added bonus. I would definitely recommend swooping this up. It's free. Y'all know me, so I'll leave the link below in the description. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.